Well, hello, Cougar fans. Hello, Cougar Nation. We're going to do something I've never tried before. Well, I've done Zoom. A lot of us have over the last year, but we're going to do Cougar Conversations by Zoom. And we're going to chat with some members of our MVNU women's basketball team. We are really excited for them because they are going to be playing in the national tournament for the NAIA. And we're going to start with our freshmen. We have Hope Custer and Emma Brown with us. We may have a few people joining here and there along the Zoom chat, but we're going to focus in on the freshman ladies right now. How are you both doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Okay, so let's start off. Tell us how you felt when you were watching that screen and watching that bracket and you saw Mount Vernon Nazarene University appear on the screen. What happened and what went through your mind?
My heart honestly dropped. I wasn't even expecting it to happen because it was so sudden. We were the second team to show up on the screen, and everyone was just so excited. We had a pretty good feeling that we were going to make it, but seeing our name on the screen, it was just so exciting.
Now, can you share with us some insight on how you're prepping for the game on Friday? How are you getting physically and mentally prepared for this important game? Because you just had a massive trip. So tell us about your prep work.
So we've been getting up and down a lot just to get the rust off because, like you said, we've been traveling quite a bit. And so yesterday we basically played full court, and our coach has really been helping us hone in on defense because they're a driving team. And so we've been breaking down the defense that we've already gotten pretty good at, but just remembering our basics because a lot of the fundamentals that have brought us this far are what's going to continue to bring us farther in the tournament.
We're talking with our freshmen, Hope Custer and Emma Brown. Little different Cougar conversation on Zoom today. And we've talked a lot about how crazy the season has been. I don't think there's ever been a basketball season like the 2020-2021 season. But now, ladies, we can call it historic, especially for you because you're at the national tournament. Can you each tell me one important lesson that you have learned this season?
An important lesson I learned is just staying in the moment, because you can always think of the what ifs and worrying about the past or worrying about the future, and just staying in the present and just thinking about what we are going to do right now instead of thinking about what we're going to do later on is what I learned.
And Hope, how about you?
Something kind of along those lines, just don't take anything for granted because very few people get to play college sports in general. So it's a blessing just to be here, whether we are playing out on cement like we were in the beginning of the season or we're playing in an actual arena. It's just the moments like that you don't want to take for granted because before you know it, I know the seniors are probably playing this your years at playing college basketball are probably going to be over. And so just to enjoy these moments, we have such a special group on our team.
Now, I have to ask, has going to a national tournament, is that kind of a dream for any athlete, especially in basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you pinching yourselves?
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about grit. This is your team culture. And I want to talk about what that means to you now that you are at the national tournament. You're living this dream. And first of all, one of you take this question and explain to us what grit means. Explain each letter.
So grit is godliness, responsibility, integrity, and toughness. And as far as how it brought us to the national tournament, I think that is the reason that we're in the national tournament. Because above everything, our team is founded on you have to first foremost find your identity in Christ and who he calls you to be. And our identity of our team is also founded in that. And then every practice, every game, you have to take responsibility for your own work, how much work you put into it for your team, because your team is relying on that for you. And then just having integrity and just knowing that you have to uphold our team standards and our program standards, and above everything else, having the toughness, like you said, such a rough season, to continue to persevere and remember that you need to still follow those things. So I honestly think grit is what's brought us this far into the season. Just really buying into that mindset. I remember sitting in a lake house at the beginning of the season, like talking about it. And I think that genuinely is what's brought us this far.
Okay, Emma, anything you want to add as a freshman? What has this, new culture meant for you?
I think it's just like, I think like going to Mount Vernon, I've grown closer with God. So like using grit has really like the G word, the G in grit is like really important to me. Just like becoming closer and just becoming closer as a team and as a family.
Now, as I've been doing these Cougar conversations over the season, it seems like every single player has said, we're not just a team, we're kind of like a family. And I've been told you really get along on and off the court. Is that true, ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about the fans. It's been a different season. I wish I could be there with you, but COVID changes a lot of things. But you do have fans that are supporting you literally all over the world. So what message do you have for Cougar Nation?
I would just first want to say thank you, because I know our team knows too. It was a rough start in the beginning, and we had a lot of rough moments in practice. Just like we felt like we couldn't really capitalize, and then when things started going better, it was just like those fans were there when things were rough and when things were going really good when we get to nationals. And so just like a thank you for sticking with us and like supporting us through all of that. Even though we had some rough moments throughout the season, that it all paid off, knowing like we had such a good support system that was there supporting us.
Okay. Now you're the freshman, so you are the new girls on the team. Tell us how it feels to be in your first year here at MVNU and at the national tournament. Share a little bit about how you are living through this experience and what it feels like.
It's pretty exciting, just like being able to be here, especially on for my first year. But I am kind of disappointed that I'm not playing in the national tournament. Like it really sucks, but I think that we'll be able to make it the other years that I'm here. So,
Hope, how about for you?
Emma and I were kind of talking about how like it's so cool coming in, like as Taylor went through the growth of the program, like we're coming in after all like the work that the seniors have put into it. And it's like a cool experience your freshman year, already making it to nationals. And now you're like looking at your next 3 years of, oh my gosh, how much more can we grow? How much better can we get? And it's just a cool thing to come in right at that moment when we have such a like historic season, and knowing that we still have 3 more years we get to spend with all these girls that we've become so close with.
Just have one final question for you, ladies. I know your team members have great support systems. I know I've seen a lot of family members at games, even in the midst of changing regulations throughout the season. I'm going to give you just a minute here to say thank you to your support system, and please go ahead and call them out by name.
Thank you to my mom and dad, Jennifer and Richard, and then both my grandmas and my grandpa and Kyra.
Okay, Hope?
Oh, I just want to say thank you to my parents for spending all the time to drive me to all the AU tournaments that gave me this opportunity, and just all my extended family who tune in to literally almost every game, and my grandparents now know how to work all the links so they watch every game. Just thank you for all that support. It's just crazy to think that they really like care that much to watch our team succeed.
All right. Thank you. That's Hope Custer and Emma Brown, freshmen on our team. We wish you the best of luck, ladies. We will be cheering you on. Go Cougars.
Thank you.